championship.
The Brewers close out the regular season against the Reds in Milwaukee. Our Brewers game day coverage starts tonight at 6 with Brewers warm-up on the home of the Brewers. News Radio 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee.
Good morning, 10:01. We have 65 degrees. It's going to be sunny today with a high 74 lakeside, up to 80 inland. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Connie Weber. Congress doesn't have much time to pass a bill that would keep the government funded. White House now threatening to fire some government employees who may be furloughed if a government shutdown happens. President Trump has canceled a meeting with Democratic lawmakers to iron out a compromise. A congressman from Wisconsin wants to end the possibility of government shutdowns. Representative Brian Stile tells WTMJ's Point Taken about his Wisconsin-inspired bill.
We have an underlying law that says we're going to continue to fund state agencies at their current levels in the event a new budget's not passed. At the federal government, if we simply took the Wisconsin idea, put it in at the national level, it would end the brinksmanship that occurs every single year in Washington.
Under the bill, funding would be automatically renewed for 2 weeks until Congress signs new appropriations into law. President Trump has announced a new round of tariffs on pharmaceuticals. Here's ABC's Rachel Scott.
A 100% tariff on pharmaceutical products starting on October 1st, the president says, in just 5 days, unless the manufacturing plants are made here in the United States. The president clearly seeing these tariffs as a tool to try to ramp up production and manufacturing here in the United States. But of course, as we've talked about this, that only takes time. And if the president and the administration does go through with this, it could significantly raise the cost of those pharmaceutical drugs.
Meanwhile, inflation has little changed. The Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index, a key inflation gauge used by the Federal Reserve, went up 0.3% in August, in line with expectations. That puts the annual inflation rate at 2.7%, according to numbers out this morning from the Commerce Department. A grand jury's indicted former FBI Director James Comey. He's been charged with one count of making false statements and one count of obstruction of justice. It's believed the false statements are related to testimony he gave before Congress on his handling of the investigation into the 2016 presidential election. A 5-month search for a Pewaukee native who allegedly killed his 3 daughters in Washington state officially comes to an end.
Chelan County Sheriff Michael Morrison says DNA tests of remains found during a search last week were confirmed to have belonged to Travis Decker. Morrison says with Decker dead, the investigation will soon wrap up.
We still consider this to be a criminal case. We're making sure that we've documented all of our evidence, that we've completed all of our reports, and that we've done what we need to do to process the evidence we have.
Decker had been missing since May 30th when he failed to return his 3 daughters after a visitation. Sean Brinda, WTMJ News.
A Milwaukee alderman expresses skepticism over a study that could recommend the demolition of the UWN Panther Arena and Miller High Life Theater.
The study by a Chicago-based firm was commissioned by the Wisconsin Center District, which owns both buildings, back in spring. At the time, District CEO Marty Brooks said the study was needed to determine the best long-term use of the space.
If we aren't growing, we as an organization are dying.
Alderman Bob Bauman tells WTMJ he's skeptical of what the study will recommend.
You go out and hire a firm to come in and describe all the wonderful benefits that are going to accrue to the public. And sometimes that happens and sometimes it doesn't.
The case study will be presented to the board in January. Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
Busy morning at American Family Field as Brewers fans showed up for the postseason pocket pancake breakfast.
I'm pretty hyped. I just got this T-shirt and I'm ready to rep it, Yeah, super hyped. Got up at 3 in the morning. Actually, we didn't even go to sleep last night, so we're hyped to be here right now.
Brewers manager Pat Murphy tells WTMJ.
Yeah, it's great to see the support for the Brewers. That's what it's about.
Not only free pancakes, but the first 3,000 fans also got an exclusive pocket pancake T-shirt. Time for news about your money. The WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. The Dow right now is, let me find the stocks here. It looks like, well, we'll get to that in just a minute. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com. Sports, traffic, and weather up next. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 10:05.
You gotta get to Built Right today. Vince Vitrano here to tell you about Built Right's 97th anniversary mattress celebration. The one location saves you time and money, and they make it easy to shop and easy to buy. Built Right beats any big box, national or local chain store, department store, online retailer, warehouse club, or employee-free store because they have the guaranteed lowest prices. Built Right also has the best value, selection, and experienced team in Wisconsin. Over 60 models all on display. 500 mattresses in stock. Choose from the best mattress brands made in the USA. Heirloom, Gold Bond, Therapeutic, Restonic, and Schiffman. Built Right specializes in hard-to-find, flippable, two-sided, and heavy-duty mattresses. They can hold up to 600 pounds. Plus, Built Right offers free delivery and removal on mattress-only purchases of $7.99 or more. Built Right saves you money. Voted best place to shop. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sunday, closed to be with family. Tell them Vinny sent you to Built Right, 54th and Layton Avenue in Greenfield.
For your fellow fanatics and your number one fans. For your game day compatriots and your everyday companions. For your personal cheerleaders and your personal heroes. For the reasons you smile, get covered with dental and vision insurance from Delta Dental of Wisconsin and Delta Vision. Learn more at deltadentalwi.com today.
For over a century, local broadcasting has evolved with the needs of the community. We move past the stigmas of opinion journalism and bring the most relevant news online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. Brewers will begin their final regular season series tonight. Milwaukee will play the first of 3 games against the Reds. Milwaukee 7-3 against the Reds entering the series. Packers will be back on the road this weekend. Green Bay will face the Cowboys on Sunday. And the Wisconsin football team has the week off. Badgers coming off a 27-10 loss to Maryland on Saturday. UW will return to the field October 4th on the road against 18th ranked Michigan. Badger Sports Update sponsored by Siding Unlimited. Siding and a whole lot more. Taking a look at the roads now with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. Had a couple of earlier crashes. Looks like those have been cleared off. The only slow spot right now, I-41 southbound, Highway Q to the zoo. Here's your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Sunny today, high 74, Lakeside 80, inland. Few clouds tonight, low 59. Patchy fog tomorrow, then sunny, warm, high of 84. Sunny and nice on Sunday with a high 74. Sunny, nice Monday, high 76 to 81, and mostly sunny on Tuesday with a high of 73. Right now, Madison's at 66, Green Bay 63, and Milwaukee 65 degrees. Wanted to bring you those numbers on Wall Street. The Dow right now up 159 points. The Nasdaq down 34. The S&P 500 is up 9. I'm Connie Weber, Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 10:08.
Broadcasting live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue. It's time for Point Taken. Here are your hosts, Steve Scaffidi and Kristin Brey.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. We have the gentleman and lady in studio, Kristin Brey, alongside. As always, Point Taken is where you're at on the radio dial or on the stream or on YouTube, all that stuff, all activated, ready to go. These gentlemen, Bill McCoshen, Republican strategist, Joe Zepecki, Democratic strategist, both wearing white shirts today.
Matchy.
Yeah. I feel like there's some TV in their future. Let's start with the big story. James Comey, former FBI director, now indicted. Who wants to jump in first? What do we have here?
This is a joke. We're making a joke out of the rule of law. Eric Siebert, who was first appointed assistant U.S. attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia in 2010, so 15 years as a career prosecutor, was forced out because career prosecutors did not believe there was sufficient evidence to charge former FBI Director James Comey with a crime. So Trump fired him. Trump appoints an attorney who has never prosecuted a case anywhere, and within 36 hours, she has overruled the career prosecutors, none of whom signed the indictment, which is very unusual. They go to a grand jury. The grand jury throws one of the cases they tried to bring out. 2 of them went through. Grand juries, notoriously, you may recall years ago, Bill, I said that the New York, the Southern District, could indict a ham sandwich. So let's see what happens with the Trump indictments. And he was ultimately found guilty. This is going to blow up in the Trump administration's face. They will probably, I don't know that it will ever go to trial. If it does, I believe that Comey will win. He is, I think, taking exactly the right tact these days. He's the only one acting responsibly because he's saying, I trust our judicial system. Fear is a tool of tyrants, and I am not afraid. He is saying, I am innocent, and I look forward to having a trial. And so, Trump, meanwhile, is live tweeting or social media-ing his legal analysis, which can all be evidence that Comey uses to say this is a political prosecution. And Trump this morning is saying there's going to be more.
He also said there's no list.
There's no list.
And he
there's
hopes
going to be
there's
more.
more. That's his
so
exact
he has
words.
turned he has actually weaponized the Department of Justice against his political enemies. And I understand fully that people who support Donald Trump could say, well, the Biden administration did the same thing. The Biden administration, to the letter of the law, appointed special counsels, independent investigators to do these investigations of people when there was any potential that there could be a perception of political prosecution. And so, once again, a norm, a way of doing things in this country has fallen by the wayside because we have the pettiest, smallest man alive occupying the Oval Office.
All right, Bill.
I think your final point is the key one, a norm. There's another theory on this that some of the Justice Department officials were a little skittish about this because they had never prosecuted cases like this. Not that they couldn't prove it, but they've never done it before. And the lawfare thing, frankly, is one of the reasons Donald Trump is in the White House. I think we can probably all agree on that. When the DOJ under Biden went after Trump with everything they had, 94 indictments or 93 indictments, it made him stronger. There's no question about that. Comey is saying himself he wants to go to trial. I don't know how you can get a grand jury of 14 people to approve 2 of the 3 counts if there isn't enough evidence there to prove it. One's on obstruction, one's making false statements. I think the false statement one is pretty easy to prove based on everything that's out there publicly. And the truth is, one of the things I've been frustrated about for years now is two-tier justice in the United States. If you're in the elite class, the establishment, you don't get charged with anything. But if you're Joe S., the lunch bucket, you're going to get the house brought down on you if you do anything wrong. And I think Trump ran on these things that there would be accountability for people who misuse their position. So I don't think there will be any political repercussions. Jim Comey may win. He may win because he's in a very favorable Eastern District of Virginia. We'll see. But he says he wants a trial to prove his innocence. Bring it on.
Any concerns that Lindsay Halligan's 36 years old, she was an insurance lawyer, she has no experience doing the prosecutions at this level. From what I can tell, she's a former beauty queen. I don't know what her skill sets are here in this case.
I don't think there's a single person in the country who knows who Siebert is or Halligan is. I think they're almost immaterial to this.
But that's the politics of it. And the optics of it, not the actual legality and
but it was
expertise.
a grand jury who brought the indictments. That's the fact. Did she present them with the 3 charges? Yeah, she did. And now it's going to be up to a judge and jury.
Here's the political repercussion, and I would take issue with the reason Donald Trump is president is because of the lawfare.
It's a big part of it.
I think the reason Donald Trump is president is because of the economy and because of inflation and because of prices. And you have said over and over again, one of the challenges that the Trump administration faces is they're doing all this sound and fury, lawfare, immigration, United Nations, the list could go on. They're not focusing on lowering costs for the American people. I think the miss here politically is Trump is so focused on retribution and his enemies, he is not thinking about and not doing anything to do what he said he was going to do, which was get prices down on day one. And that is a political problem.
There were 3 reasons he won: the economy, immigration, and lawfare. No question about it. Which one meant more? I would argue that immigration was pretty high up there. He argues it was the economy. It's possibly both, but there's no question lawfare was a factor.
We're just getting warmed up on this hour with Bill McCutcheon and Joseph Heckey, our strategist friends who join us every Friday on Point Taken. She's Kristin, I'm Steve. Quick break. Lots more to get to. We'll do it after this on 620 WTMJ.
Hey, it's Vince Vitrano from Wisconsin's Morning News. It's baseball season, which means Brewers 360 is back every day at 8:40. Sponsored by Outdoor Living Unlimited. Every day, all season long, we're joined exclusively by Brewers guests, including manager Pat Murphy and more. So Murphy, as we're wrapping up our interview.
Great talking. We really enjoyed it. Okay.
I was like, you did? Is he just in a good mood, or what'd y'all do to Murph?
Brewers 360 is sponsored by Outdoor Living Unlimited and Big Fish Contracting.
Hey, it's WTMJ's Kristin Brey, and I'm here to tell you, if you're looking for a new dentist, you should check out my dentist, Dr. James Michaels at Economowoc Dental Care. Dr. Michaels is committed to providing you with the highest level of care possible. I can assure you that he will prioritize your needs, no matter how sensitive, just like he did with mine. So whether you need a simple cleaning and exam, teeth whitening, or a more complex dental procedure, Economowoc Dental will always make sure that you are as comfortable as possible and give your family an amazing smile. And dental care doesn't have to break the bank. Dr. Michael's fantastic staff can set you up with a no-interest payment plan. Listen, we all have to go to the dentist, so do not put it off any longer. Call and make an appointment today with my dentist, Dr. James Michaels, at Economowoc Dental Care at drmichaelsdentalcare.com, 262-567-7224.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Does our Inspired Closets team make dreams come true?
Every day, Dan. From consultation to design to installation, the whole process is built around our clients.
Which is how we earn our 5-star reviews. It's our team that makes the difference.
Inspired Closets is more than just organization. It's an investment in you.
Get started today at inspiredclosets.com.
Inspired Closets Milwaukee, a wife and husband team.
Thanks for tuning in on this Friday. Point Taken on 640 WTMJ. Bill McCutcheon, Republican strategist, Joseph Heckey on the Democratic side. They will be two of Matt Smith's hosts on Up Front this weekend. Yes.
Oh, we could probably host the show.
We could.
You could probably fill
Look
in.
out, Matt and Jaron. We're coming for you next.
If they're listening, we're coming for you.
Are you going ties or no ties?
Ties.
Oh,
yeah, we're going to jazz it up a little
bit.
bit.
With the coats and everything.
Yeah.
How about that? I'll tune in and see what you say different from our show.
Brewers game's late, so you can tune in.
That's true. All right, gentlemen, anything else on Comey? Otherwise, we're going to move forward. There was one press conference, one speech this week, which we have to draw some attention to. So you want to just go there?
Sure.
Yeah.
The Tylenol presser, as I call it, I said on social media, I've never been more embarrassed of our country until I saw that presser. Not scientific, unpresidential. The president admitted himself. I was going to play the tape, but why play it? It just gives him more credit. He admitted there's no science behind what he was saying, but he said it anyway. I've said over and over on this show, RFK Jr. is a scam, and he's certainly not the person that should be leading that department. You watched it. What did you think?
I didn't watch it. But
you didn't watch it?
I did not.
You didn't
I was at a corporate retreat.
Anything?
Yeah, in Virginia.
Goofing around in Virginia.
Yeah. So let me say this. I don't think any president, and maybe this is PTSD on my part from COVID, I don't think any president should be having press conferences about health care. I just don't. I don't think anyone who's ever held that office is qualified to have those kinds of statements. Those should be made by experts, and sometimes the experts are wrong, like we learned in COVID. Having said all that, turns out this Tylenol issue has been around for some time. Tylenol themselves said in a 2017 tweet, they don't recommend. They don't
in a response to a different tweet. It wasn't like they initiated the conversation and said, "This is our
but they
public
put it out
announcement."
Under their letterhead, right?
But it went out under their Twitter in a response to a now deleted tweet, so we don't have the full context of what that conversation was.
We don't recommend this for people who are pregnant. Good on them. So here's what I would equate this to. I think this has been around, whether it's the Johns Hopkins study or the Harvard study that essentially says the same thing. This has been at a 2 level. Some people heard it, other people didn't. You can find lots of people on Twitter who had never heard this before, women who have had babies, including Meghan McCain. I think Donald Trump turned it up to a 7 so that people are now hearing it and at least talking about it, and that part of it is good. I think people should ultimately talk to their doctor and decide these things. My daughter, who is a nurse, I asked her about this. She said, Dad, Yeah, is it maybe a factor? Sure, but there are other things like young women are on birth control a heck of a lot longer than they used to be, and they're getting married and having kids a lot later than they used to be.
As
Those
are
are
men,
also factors.
which is also male sperm, also aging is actually much more of a causal factor than Tylenol's ever been.
Well, I was a
produced.
marksman. I didn't miss.
Wow.
You and Sean Alexander comparing notes?
14 kids, yeah. Not yet. 13, 14 on the way.
Correlation and causation are very different things.
They are.
Don't even have to be a doctor to know that. And it just strikes this bloke as like, if the only thing that women are ever allowed to take during the course of their pregnancy is Tylenol, I mean, that there's the correlation, right? So like, you can't even, I say, well, these women took Tylenol and these women took this drug and other women took that drug, because all pregnant women are only allowed to take Tylenol. So, of course, there's going to be a correlation.
I'm not a scientist.
Meanwhile, autism has been around a lot longer than Tylenol
The
has.
reason we're talking about this is because if you have a high fever when you're pregnant, the risk of much more
The
serious
impact on the
is
your
worse
health
than the
is way
Tylenol
worse.
potentially if you even think there's a risk.
It's also interesting to me that apparently Trump and HHS officials told the Tylenol executives from the drug company and others that they weren't going to be as declarative as Trump ended up being in that press conference.
Nor should they be.
And that is really problematic. If President Trump is being briefed and being told, this is the message, this is what we're going to go out and say, and he can't keep it together for the 5-minute walk from the Oval to where he does the press conference to remember what he's supposed to say and just starts going Looney Tunes, that's a problem.
I mean,
because it's Tylenol one time, next time it's a national security issue.
Don't make me play the Trump talking about COVID because it's all idiocy. He should never be talking about any health-related matter. He's not qualified.
You and I agree on that.
Maybe we can find a way to bring the light inside the body.
Yeah, bleach and injection. I mean, it's so foolish. And this is more that the reason that he did this, at least what I'm reading, is RFK said he was going to have this answer in September. And they were running out of days, and Trump stepped up and said, let's do it.
So which
and
one
that's
was
why
crazier to you, Tylenol or the United Nations?
Well, we're going to get to that next, because that one was equally crazy.
I would say if you're listening to this program, look up a doctor named Nicole Saphier. She's a regular contributor on Fox News. I don't believe she's an OBGYN, but she is a doctor and she's a mother. And she has some strong thoughts on all of this that I think are pretty reasonable.
What was the name?
Nicole Saphier.
All right. That's Bill's recommendation. We will move to the United Nations speech, which
escalator gate.
And the escalator gate, and God, the teleprompter that wasn't working, and everything else that was part of that thing. 620 WTMJ, point taken.
Get the help you need Saturday morning with How To Radio. At 7, it's the WTMJ Fix-It Show with David Nason, featuring this week's guest, Accurate Basement Repair. At 9, plan your dream vacation with the Fox World Travel Show. At 10, get financial guidance during Money Talk. Contact Annex Wealth Management for an unbiased review of your investments at annexwealth.com. How To Radio, Saturday mornings on WTMJ.
Hey, this is WTMJ Steve Scaffidi for Milwaukee Weight Loss. Yes. Hey, as of today, 47 down, 3 away from the goal, ahead of schedule, although I am going to Sicily in a little bit, so we'll see how that works out. I've lost 47 pounds since January, and that's all about Milwaukee Weight Loss. They're a great program. None of the trendy stuff, none of the shots, none of the chemicals injected in your body. No, it's safe and natural, doctor developed. Help thousands of people just like me and potentially you, if you call them, lose that weight. Up to 10 to 20% of your body weight you can lose in just 8 weeks. It involves willpower and doing the right thing, eating smart. All of those things are part of their program. And they have great, great coaches at Milwaukee Weight Loss who I talk to all the time. But here's what you got to do. You got to stop the yo-yo stuff. You got to stop the trendy stuff. And you got to find a smarter, faster, safer way to reach your goals. And that's Milwaukee Weight Loss. Great team, great coaching, great system to lose weight your way. Schedule your free consultation today at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com or call 262-393-2334. That's MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
There's no better place to catch the natural wonders of fall than Lake Geneva. Stroll a lakeshore path in a kaleidoscope of color. Explore winding rustic roads, take a scenic boat tour, or glide through a forest on a zip line. At night, stargaze from a historic observatory, cozy up to a campfire, or have a cocktail on the patio. Enjoy the seasonal bounty at orchards, wineries, and farms with flavors to savor. Plan your fall getaway now at visitlakegeneva.com. Lake Geneva, it's always been the place for fall fun.
WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here for Tri-County Contracting. You've heard about Tri-County Contracting and their worry-free roof tune-up. You've heard about their instant roof quote. But don't forget, Tri-County Contracting also handles windows. Our project at my home moving right along right now, and the process has been so easy and thorough. It's nice when you can trust the team you're working with and know that they are looking out for you. Tri-County Contracting, WI.com. It's worry-free roofing, siding, and also windows. Tri-County Contracting, WI.com.
This life is movement because we're not yet where we're supposed to be. And the where is not merely geographical, but relational, familial. You and I are in the right place. We are home wherever and whenever God's word is at work in us, moving us deeper in faith, further up and further out toward our neighbors in love.
Hear Dr. Michael Ziegler's message, On the Way, Already Home, this week on The Lutheran Hour.
The Lutheran Hour, Sunday mornings at 6:30 on WTMJ.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt is here. All right, Caroline, it does appear to be sabotage with the escalator and the teleprompter. What is the White House going to do about that?
Well, Jesse, that's definitely what it appears to be to me, and that's why I put out a statement earlier. There was some concerning reporting over the weekend from the London Times, as you pointed out, that UN globalist staffers were basically plotting to set up the President of the United States.
That was the brilliant Caroline Leavitt and the brilliant Jesse Waters doing a Fox appearance talking about the escalator gates, which was a big topic of conversation during the president's speech to the UN. We only got a few minutes, but Bill, tell me what the UN speech did and didn't do in your mind.
I think it reinforced for the world that his agenda is America first, which is exactly what he ran on. And nothing he said is new. Nothing he said at the UN was different than he said on the campaign trail. What he said was, and a lot more bluntly, he said it to all world leaders. So there's no confusing what his priorities are, and sometimes a little tough medicine's not a bad thing at the United Nations.
Okay. Joe?
Joe. You can see Joe's eyes roll into the back of his head.
Is this another speech you didn't watch?
I didn't. No.
So, America first is one thing, right? If he had just
It
said
is the thing.
But instead, he criticizes every other world leader and says, you're all morons and you're doing it wrong and this is the way.
Countries are going to hell.
And therefore, it makes America first, America alone, right? He is not reorienting our national security interests or our foreign policy towards America first. He is alienating the entire world by not talking about America first, but instead criticizing the rest of the world. That makes us less safe. It makes us less likely that our allies will work with us in good faith when we can't be trusted to work in good faith with them.
What would be the evidence of that?
Of which part of it?
That we're less safe or that they won't work with us. We just had all European leaders at the White House on 48 hours notice to talk about Russia and Ukraine. It's never been done before. So what is the evidence of your point?
That if you alienate your allies, they are less likely to
Who did
do
he give it to the most? He gave it to Europe the most.
And Europe showed up to have Zelensky's back.
And now Trump does too.
And now
that
Trump
was
does
the
too.
highlight, really. The second highlight.
But
of
is
the
that
speech.
lasting? I mean, not to get off the UN speech, but we should discuss it now. Apparently, he's had a 180 on Ukraine and thinks that they can.
Thank God we had that Russia summit.
They can take
Thank God
back
we rolled
even
out the
more
red
land.
carpet for Vladimir Putin. Like the other
Well, he tried
leaders
to do
of
it the
other
nice way.
countries cannot trust this American president, and he's slapping their countries with tariffs. He's striking deals with Argentina. This is madness.
It was the Godfather moment. We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
No, that was
about to
Brendan
get the
Carr.
I was going to say that was Brendan Carr last week.
Since you brought up Ukraine, which Trump are we believing? The one that doesn't want to help him or the one that does not want to help him?
I think he has given up on Russia, and he is fully in support of Ukraine.
Because are we going to talk about the fact that Russia keeps just like testing the waters of having aircrafts into NATO countries?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty clear that Putin has no interest in having a peace agreement. So
what does that mean?
We could have told you that 6 months ago.
I don't know. I think it was worth an attempt to try and resolve this, but I know hopefully it doesn't mean anything militarily, but they're going to get some pretty significant sanctions, which cripple them beyond where they already are.
All right, after the break, we're going to dissect the latest news in the race for governor in Wisconsin. That's exciting stuff. And maybe a candidate dropping out potentially today. We'll get into that one. Bill McCoshen, Republican strategist, Joseph Heck on the Democratic side, Kristin Brey, you know who that is. And this.
I mean, sometimes. Sometimes I'm just your co-host.
Really?
Yeah.
I think sometimes I'm just here for entertainment.
That's
and
true.
You're the host. But we'll see. Anyway, local news coming up before we get to that, the latest from ABC.
ABC News, I'm Wayne Cabot. Cheers at the UN as dozens of nations walk out on Israel's prime minister.
Order in the hall.
Benjamin Netanyahu vowing to fight in Gaza until Hamas is gone and slammed the nations that now recognize a Palestinian state.
Giving the Palestinians a state 1 mile from Jerusalem after October 7th is like giving Al-Qaeda a state 1 mile from New York City after September 11th.
President Trump today says the indictment of former FBI Director James Comey is not about political retribution. The former FBI director was charged with 2 felony counts of making false statements and obstructing a congressional inquiry.
The president was asked who was next on his list, and while he said there wasn't a list, he thinks there will be more indictments of who he called, quote, corrupt radical left Democrats.
ABC's Karen Travers. Trump will be at Bethpage Black Golf Course on Long Island today, not to play, but to watch the Ryder Cup. The big names are all there. This is ABC News.
Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time, 10:31. I'm Connie Weber. FBI agents from Milwaukee arrest 21 people in Manitowoc County on Thursday. 9 individuals detained for allegedly participating in sexual assault and trafficking of minor American girls. FBI says all those arrested were in the country illegally. A 23-year-old in the hospital after being shot last night on Milwaukee's north side. Happened near the corners of 76th and West Congress Street just before 5:30 p.m. Police still looking for a suspect. A Wisconsin DNR employee dies after being struck by lightning. 48-year-old Adam Zerbel from Plymouth is a forestry employee who was working in the Newfane Trail area when he didn't come home Monday, September 22nd. Investigators say a documented lightning strike happened around 10:15 a.m. that morning. His body later found in a wooded area in the town of Kewaskum just after 7:30 p.m. Zerbel had worked for the DNR for 13 years. Time for news about your money and the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. The Dow right now is up 240 points, 46,188. S&P 500 up 19 at 6,623. The Nasdaq is down 4 points at 22,380. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com. Taking a look at the roads now with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. I-43 north at the ramp from Locust Street. There was a crash there. It was off on the left shoulder. It looks like that has been cleared off. Still just a little bit of slowing. 41 South Highway Q to the zoo. Here's your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Sunny today with high 74, Lakeside 80, inland. Few clouds tonight, low 59. Patchy fog tomorrow, sunny and warm, high 84. Sunny and nice on Sunday, 74 for the high. Sunshine Monday, high 76 to 81, and sunny again on Tuesday, 73 for the high. 66 in Madison, 63 in Green Bay, 65 in Milwaukee. I'm Connie Weber. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 10:33.
Escape the city and relax at Lake Lawn Resort in beautiful Delavan, Wisconsin. Enjoy outdoor activities on Delavan Lake, tee off at the Lakeside Majestic Oaks Golf Course, or unwind at the award-winning Caladora Spa. With both indoor and outdoor pools, there's fun for the whole family. Take a cruise on the Lake Lawn Queen, explore stunning shores and historic landmarks, and enjoy delicious food and drinks on board. Book your stay today at lakelawnresort.com, where everything is better at the lake.
Why settle for just a job when you can have a career in the exciting automobile industry? The Auto Dealers Association of Mega Milwaukee new car dealer members have service technicians, sales, administrative, and management positions available now. The first word in career is car, and one of the best places to find a great career opportunity is at an Adam member new car dealer.
For current great paying job opportunities, visit adam.com/jobs. That's ADAMM.com/jobs.
For your fellow fanatics and your number one fans. For your game day compatriots and your everyday companions. For your personal cheerleaders and your personal heroes. For the reasons you smile, get covered with dental and vision insurance from Delta Dental of Wisconsin and Delta Vision. Learn more at deltadentalwi.com today.
Academic Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLSConsumerAccess.org, number 255368.
Don't settle for a flimsy bank pre-approval. Get the pre-approval listing agents and sellers recognized as better than the rest. The rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval from AccuNet. Get yours by clicking on the blue button at accunet.com.
Protect your liver and give it the support it deserves with Active Liver from New Nordic. Find Active Liver in stores at your local CVS, Meijer Grocery, or online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com.
Halfway through the hour today with the guys that are doing some big TV gigs after this. And our friend Matt Smith, who joins us every Monday, but not next Monday. Next Monday, we have Dan Bice, who's been in the news and actually related to the story we're going to talk about now, and Mary Spacuzza, great journalist at the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. All right, so the race is shifting. We've got new people in. Where do you want to start? We got a guy that may come out, Bill Berrien, wasn't he the first guy? Was it Showman?
No, Showman was first.
Yeah.
May 4th.
Who's still in, and he's going to be on the show next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Tom Tiffany's supposed to be on the show next week. Bill Berrien we offered, but Bill, is he going to be around next week?
So rumors are, and feel free if you're part of his campaign team to call in or text in that he probably is dropping out of the race this weekend.
So for people who have not been staying up to date, let's just rehash what has happened in his campaign over the last couple weeks. So why he would be dropping out.
I think it has been a challenge from the start. He tried to fill what in the Republican side of the aisle would be the outsider lane. From the beginning, there was in my opinion, but I'll use Mark Belling's words. I mean, he was inauthentic in trying to portray himself as a Trump backer when, in fact, he was a huge Nikki Haley supporter in the presidential primary, and which is fine. I mean, actually, there's room for that in the Republican Party today, and that might have actually been a smarter lane for him to try and run up. It wouldn't have been enough to win a primary, but at least it was credible, right? Because there was proof of it. And then he threw Haley under the bus at the state fair, which I thought was really unfortunate. But he had not only the Haley thing, he was for ranked choice voting. He was deeply involved in a campaign to do ranked choice voting, which for Republican primary voters is anathema. You are not going to survive that in a primary. Listen, the guy's got, I think, a resume straight out of Central Casting. He's an Ivy League graduate. He's a Navy SEAL. He's a successful businessman, very involved in MMAC here in Milwaukee. And he's a genuinely good guy. I've met him multiple times. I think this politics thing was a little out of his depth. And he learned quickly that, you come close to the stove, your fingers are going to get burned.
While he may be leaving, Tom Tiffany, Congressman, is in.
Tom Tiffany got in. I would say he's going to move. He has moved to the front runner in the race, and the reason for that is Tom Tiffany has the biggest base. Bill Berrien never had a base. If you're an outsider, you have to buy your base, and it didn't appear that Berrien was ever willing to spend the kind of resources it would take to buy your base. Tom Tiffany's got 580,000 people in his congressional district. He's won it 4 times. He's been in the state. He's been a local elected official, a state assembly, state senate, and then in the Congress. He has already gotten Congressman Tony Weed. There's an invite out next week for a big fundraiser in Waukesha that includes Congressman Scott Fitzgerald and Congressman Glenn Grothman. The headliner of that is Reince Priebus, the former chair of the RNC. So it appears Tiffany's been doing this legwork behind the scenes. I expect him to get the Americans for Prosperity and Hunter Nation relatively quickly, too. The 2 big outstanding endorsements to me in a GOP primary are Donald Trump and TPUSA, Turning Point USA, which is Charlie Kirk's organization. That organization will be the boots on the ground in 2026. But listen, I think this will be a really good competitive issue-based race between Showman and Tiffany. Showman's got geography on his side. Of the top 9 counties in Wisconsin, there are 72 counties in the state of Wisconsin. 9 of them produce 50% of all of the GOP votes. 50%. Josh Showman lives within an hour of all 9 of those counties, and he lives in one of those counties.
He serves where the people are.
He's where the people are. So geography is his biggest issue. I think both of them so far, and I'll let my friend Joe speak, have done pretty well on property taxes. I believe property taxes will be the single biggest issue in the gubernatorial race next year because of Governor Evers' 400-year veto. Property taxpayers are going to see an explosion on their bill in December of this year. Tiffany has called for a freeze. Shulman's got a 9-year record of having the lowest property taxes in the state. So I think they're both pretty well covered.
Joe.
I want to read out from Bill after your old boss Tommy Thompson calls you and hollers at you for suggesting his endorsement is only the third most important in a GOP primary these days. I want to know how that call
Remember,
goes.
I said he and Walker should stay out. I'm not sure they will, but I hope they, that can make it messy, as we learned in 2022.
To me, the clearest indication yet that Tom Tiffany is the front runner is the way that the Democratic Party of Wisconsin has gone after Mr. Tiffany immediately. Tariff Tom, who is refusing to stand up to Donald Trump, who has enacted tariffs that are hurting Tiffany's own constituents the hardest. It is virtually impossible for farmers to sell soybeans right now because of the tariff policy. And so whether it's that, whether it is Tiffany trying to maybe, although the clips I've seen, it doesn't look like he's trying real hard, evolve his position on abortion.
Oh, that's what I was going to bring that up.
Where he used to support a 6-week ban, and now he's trying to get away by saying, no, we'll leave it like it is in Wisconsin, where there's basically a 20-week ban. I'm not sure that's going to skate when we have things happening like Planned Parenthood pausing access to that reproductive health care because of Trump's legislation that Tiffany voted for. So, yes, property taxes will be an issue, but also what we've seen evolve in our politics is all politics is national now. And so what's happening with the national economy, what's happening with tariffs, with what's happening with women's access to health care, all of those are going to be issues, and I don't think Tom Tiffany's on the right side of those issues today.
Anything quickly on your side of the aisle?
Our field continues to grow. It's not done growing. I think we're up to 7 Democrats now. I think the most...
Brett Halsey, the most recent.
Who?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the right answer on that in Bill's question. Yeah.
But I think the best sustained rollout thus far has been Fran Hong. Like, people are talking about Fran, including people who I would not have guessed.
And she's getting her in media.
She's had a very good digital rollout.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Till she says the F word at a public event, then she might lose.
But the thing that's bad is that will get people talking, and that some people will love it and some people will hate it, but no matter what, it'll generate more buzz.
All right, let's close it out with this text. And I agree with this. This is a liberal saying, God, I wish we were talking about Nikki Haley as president instead of all this nonsense. I added the nonsense. I agree. Big Nikki Haley supporter. Still think she's going to be the first female president.
Not Erica Kirk?
No.
Okay.
All right. Say something nice after the break, Bill and Joe. I was going to say Erica. Kristin and Steve, 620.
With the fall colors setting in, now is the time to experience the historic Fox and Hound Supper Club and the beautiful drive through the Kettle Moraine Forest and get your free dinner. WTMJ's John Mercure here. When you buy one dinner, your second dinner is free at the Fox and Hounds. Ice cream, drinks, desserts, always buy one, get one free. Don't you just love a great, perfectly prepared steak? Your second steak dinner is free. Steak and lobster, that delicious tender lobster, roast duck, salmon, big fresh salad, any entree, buy one, get one free. That's spectacular. Unwind with an old-fashioned, choose from over 20 bourbons, 100 wines, 8 beautiful, unique dining rooms. The Fox and Hounds, just off Highway 167 near Holy Hill, one of the most spectacular fall drives in Wisconsin. The Friday haddock fish fry, one of the best, all you can eat. All other dinners are buy one, get one free. Dinner starts at 4, get early, and now serving lunch on Saturdays from 11. Tables are open. Make a quick call. Reserve your table at my favorite spot, the Fox and Hounds.
The Census Bureau says more than 12,000 Americans turn 65 each day. It's a surge they call Peak 65, the highest number in history. Some Annex clients retire early. Some keep working because they love it. You know why? Because they've got custom plans built by fee-only fiduciaries. They identified their wants and needs, and we went to work. We want to do the same for you. Annex does financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Visit AnnexWealth.com and click the Get Started button.
Don't think twice. Call Geis. A great way to add value and curb appeal to your home is with a new LiftMaster or CHI maintenance-free garage door. Hey, it's WTMJ's Greg Matzik. A study by Remodelers Magazine reports that the average return on investment is an amazing 82%. Garage doors rank first among all home improvement projects. To see Geis's huge selection of doors, visit their showroom in Brookfield, or you can also visit their online showroom at geisdoors.com. Geis has everything from alley doors to custom wood designer doors and everything in between. Remember, for all your garage door needs, you call Geis at 262-784-4250. That number again, 262-784-4250. It's Geis. Visit them online at geisdoors.com.
Don't think twice. Call Geis.
For those with a warm weather fashion passion, try St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores, because that's where you'll find a vast array of men's, women's, girls, and boys' warm weather apparel at the friendliest prices. So many choices, and at such a value. You can fill the closet without draining your wallet. Shop warm weather fashions at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it. St. Vincent de Paul.
Are you tired of being tired? Go to adventknows.com.
Yeah. You keep saying your side is better. It's time to say something nice about the other side of the political aisle on Point Taken.
Come on, people now. Smile on your blood.
Love it. All right. Did you guys find it hard to find these?
I don't even have one.
Yes.
So I have
Do
nothing.
you?
And this week especially.
Some weeks are very tough.
Okay. Who wants to go first?
Go ahead.
I'll go first. So the Democratic Party, which is focused on identity politics for at least the last 8 years, this week the failed presidential candidate, or last week, Kamala Harris came out with her new book. In the
7 days.
book, she talks about why she picked Governor Walz from Minnesota and who she really wanted to pick, which was then Secretary of Transportation Pete Buttigieg. And she says in the book the reason she didn't pick him was because he was gay, and she thought that the people couldn't handle a black female candidate who's married to a Jewish guy with a gay running mate. I mean, it was too rich to believe that that's what she said. But my Say Something Nice is actually about Pete. Pete did not jump on her. He didn't attack. He just I thought he had a very measured response to it. And actually some editorials have come out and given him credit for it, saying, we need to pick the right people. Forget about the identity politics. It's time for Democrats to move on from that. So I agree with Pete Buttigieg. So he's my Say Something Nice of the week.
I mean, he's usually pretty measured.
Yeah.
I would say.
Did you see what Tucker Carlson said? He wanted to ask Buttigieg some really specific gay questions on his podcast. It's like, what's wrong with that dude?
We should probably see who Tucker's following on Medium.
We should.
Who he's clapping for?
Yeah. All right, Mr. Zapecki.
I did have a hard time this week, but I'm going to go with Ted Cruz.
Wow.
Who noted rightly that what Brendan Carr, the FCC chairman, said about Jimmy Kimmel and ABC, saying we can do this the hard way or the easy way,
yep.
And the state playing any role whatsoever in censoring, what's on airwaves is very dangerous. And if that's good enough for Jimmy Kimmel to call out in his monologue that millions and millions and millions of Americans watched, way more than watch him most other nights because Donald Trump has made a star out of Jimmy Kimmel. If Jimmy Kimmel can be nice to Ted Cruz this one time, so can I.
There you go.
All right,
and,
Kristin.
and for a real listening enjoyment, if you can find the audio of Cruz talking about this on his podcast, when he adopts the mafia inflection and tries to do a voice, it is genuinely hilarious.
It sounded more like Eastern Europe.
Thank you for making me laugh this week, Ted Cruz.
That was
and
funny.
for standing up for the First Amendment.
There you go. All right, mine is Lisa Murkowski, who is a Republican, moderate Republican.
Some days.
Yeah, but a Republican, so let me have it. She is working with Senator Tammy Baldwin on a bipartisan bill, and they've introduced it to try to bring back funding for suicide prevention services for LGBTQ youth, which was stripped away by the last bill. I think it was in the one, I don't know, it was in the One Big Beautiful Bill, or was it in...
It's the only thing they've passed, so
was
it
it
had to be.
separate from that? But anyways, the 988 number that had specific resources for LGBTQ youth got stripped away. They're trying to bring it back. Lisa Murkowski is working bipartisanly with Tammy Baldwin, so hats off to her.
All right, I don't have one, but my message is just be nice to everybody. It's this bickering about nonsense is driving me crazy.
Amen.
Absolutely crazy. All right, grab bag. I've got a good one, and we'll see what the guys and Kristin have after this on 620 WTMJ.
Nice bar you have here. It'd be a shame if something happened to it.
It's a family fish fry Friday at the Amazing Mineshaft Restaurant in Hartford. WTMJ's John Mercure here. Do not pay $16 or more. Your Mineshaft haddock fish fry is just $7.99, and it's all you can eat. I love the Mineshaft fish fry, and desserts are always buy one, get one free. They've got chocolate cake. They've got ice cream. They've got it all, and you get one free when you buy one. Get out of your kitchen. Enjoy a cold beverage at the Mineshaft's all-you-can-eat fish fry for $7.99 today. Kids menu starts at just $3.99. Wow, it's big food, big fun. It's the Mineshaft, where I love that world-class game room quietly set aside from the dining area. Your kids, your grandkids, they're going to love it. I highly recommend the Saturday all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet for under $10 from 8 till noon. Walk in today for your $7.99 all-you-can-eat haddock fish fry serving from 10:30 a.m. The Mineshaft in beautiful downtown Hartford and in Oshkosh near EAA. Lots of seating, lots of close parking. Mineshaft Restaurant.
From the biggest stars to the greatest moments. Behind the Bucks is Bucks history, like you've never heard it before. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus Audio Network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Whoa! What are these? Screamin' Sicilian loaded breadsticks. Available in 2 great flavors, cheesy garlic or pepperoni. Both delicious. Screamin' Sicilian doesn't play around. They're fully loaded breadsticks that come in their own bakeable tray.
Dang! Woo! These are next level. Are they the main course?
Nah, just the appetizer. Find Screamin' Sicilian loaded breadsticks in your local grocer's freezer section. Screamin' Sicilian loaded breadsticks. Bring the party, bring the flavor.
For over a century, local radio has evolved with the needs of the community. From politics to pop culture, we keep you informed, bringing you the most relevant news, online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
Find furniture for life from Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee.
Imagine that unbelievable new deck in your backyard. Outdoor Living Unlimited is Wisconsin's #1 TimberTech deck builder. Building new decks and replacing old ones, creating that $1 million feeling every time you relax in your own backyard. Looking for a company to make your backyard scream wow? Stop by Outdoor Living Unlimited's resourceful Waukesha showroom and visit OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. All right, since we got most of the politics out of our systems, let's finish up with some grab bags.
All right. What do you guys got in your grab bag this week? Bill McCoshin, let's start with you.
I'm going to keep it light. Tonight, tomorrow, or Sunday, the Milwaukee Brewers will win their franchise record 97th game. That is not only historic, but it will make them the top team in Major League Baseball. I think they have the 21st highest paid roster in MLB. Pat Murphy has continually done what needed to be done with this team to get the most out of them. This is a season I don't think any Milwaukee Brewer fan will ever forget, and we want it all, of course, to end the right way. And they're home this weekend. So if you haven't had a chance to see the Milwaukee Brewers yet this year, try and make it tonight, tomorrow. I'll be there on Sunday. This is a once-in-a-lifetime season, and we all ought to, get the most out of it we can.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Quinn Priester on the bump tonight. You had asked earlier.
There we go.
Is
that streak still going?
Yeah, undecided
that
for
might be the night,
Saturday and Sunday. Was one of you ready with your grab bag?
I'm ready.
Okay, you go.
I'm going to do the Boys and Girls Club. So earlier this week, I had a chance to go up to Rapids for the night that the Boys and Girls Club of the greater Wisconsin Rapids area honored my dad.
Nice.
For a legacy giving award. And
Brey?
Pete Brey, he and my mom were really instrumental in getting the Boys and Girls Club in Madison started when it used to be the Southside Community Center.
Yep.
And then when they moved back to Rapids, they got really involved with the Boys and Girls Club there. And it was just, he got to give a little bit of a speech. And it was just a nice reminder, I think, as far as like where my heart comes from. And I think like both of them set a very good example of what it is to be generous and give back to your community, not just through money, but also through time and the impact that can have on people. And so I was really proud of him and was really happy I got to be there for that.
Congrats, Pete.
Very
Brey.
cool.
Well deserved.
Yeah.
Well
Yeah,
deserved.
absolutely.
Joe?
I'm looking forward to the Eric Church concert tonight. He's in town. I saw him at Red Rocks a couple months ago. And
Where is he tonight?
He's at Fiserv.
Fiserv Forum, yeah.
Okay. And to me, it's just a reminder that one of the few things that brings people together from all walks of life in a real community is music and live entertainment. So I'm really looking forward to that because it's the only Friday night we have off. We have no game on the slate. Whitnall football, the Journal Sentinel's team of the week, is off. But it is starting to be homecoming season. And so just a bit of
Krieg's homecoming.
A bit of Coach Joe wisdom to the young men and young women out there. Make good, smart, safe choices and decisions as you are celebrating homecoming. The last thing you want to do is put yourself and your friends in jeopardy, legal, safety-wise, your winter sport you're hoping to play. Make good choices, kids.
Yeah, even use your dad voice for that one. It was very good. All right, so mine goes to an organization who I got to meet yesterday, at least one of their representatives, Wisconsin Hero Outdoors. So I do an outdoor show every Saturday at 2 p.m. on WTMJ. Love it. And I heard about this organization. They take vets who are struggling to sort of get back in, right? They've served overseas or across the world, mental health issues, physical challenges, and they take them outdoors. They ask them, what do you want to do? Could be a boat trip, could be hunting or fishing, any of that stuff. And they need your help. Wisconsin Hero Outdoors. You can find them on Facebook. Just search Wisconsin Hero Outdoors. Tammy Sawyer is the lady I talked to yesterday. I love this because I've said over and over again, we don't do enough for our veterans, and especially the ones that need our help. They always can use in-kind donations, cash donations. Maybe you know a vet that needs some help. That's where you find them, Wisconsin Hero Outdoors. That show will be coming up in a couple weeks on my Saturday rotation. Great organization, great cause, and I'm always here for the vets. I wanted to make sure I gave her some love today because she was outstanding in our interview yesterday, which will be all over our platforms and on our great WTMJ Outdoors show in a couple weeks. All right, TV next for you, gentlemen. What are you guys talking about?
Governor's race.
Governor's race.
Oh, that figures. Yeah. Tell Matt Smith we said hi.
We will.
All right. He's off Monday on our show, so apparently he's got time for you guys. Anyway, she's Chris and I'm Steve. We have a full hour, and this is a fun.
I know you picked all fun topics.
Yeah, we're not going serious.
What do you got?
No heaviness.
We're gonna take a quiz after the break.
We're gonna take
an AI quiz to see if we can tell what is AI
I'll be listening.
audio
I'll be
and
listening.
what isn't. I don't know how we're gonna do.
I don't know.
can tell video. Audio, I'm a little nervous.
We'll see what happens. Stay tuned. News is next.
It's like you don't want to even do anything anymore. You lay in bed in the morning, putting off the pain. You put off your workouts. You put off your walks. And yard work, that's just not even an option anymore. As we speak, pain is taking away more and more from your life. And unless you take action, it's going to get worse. And that's no way to live. Not when there's a Rejuvenex clinic nearby. Because the power of Toradol, joined with the wonder of hyaluronic acid, can alleviate your pain. And it can allow you to start living your life again. This is Rejuvenex founder Richard Salinas. At as low as $65 per injection per joint, Rejuvenex treatments are affordable. They're FDA approved. And in many cases, our patients pay nothing at all because insurance, including Medicare and Medicaid, pay for them. If your pain just won't go away, you should call Rejuvenex today.
Rejuvenex. Alleviate your pain. Rejuvenate your life.
Google reviews will tell you it's worth a try.
Do you have a spot that's too cold in the winter, but if you jack up the heat, the rest of the house is too warm? Vince Vitrano for USA Insulation. Time to get Jeff and his team out to your house. Proper insulation from USA forms a thermal barrier that maintains warmth in the winter and coolness in the summer. Time to get in on thousands of dollars of government efficiency credits. Jeff and his team at USA Insulation find the grants, rebates, reductions, and they discount the cost of your project up front. Get started at usainsulation.net.
USA Insulation.
Are you worried about running out of money in retirement? Wondering about how to pay less taxes? Join me, Tony Drake, for the Retirement Ready Show live every Saturday at noon and Sunday at 7 a.m. on WTMJ 620 or 103.3 FM. We'll talk about smart strategies to help you retire with confidence. Don't miss it.
Drake & Associates LLC is an independent investment advisory firm that offers a variety of different investment vehicles. This commercial is provided for informational purposes only and should not be construed as individual investment advice. Drake & Associates LLC does not provide legal or tax advice. Past performance is not indicative of future performance.
We've seen a significant uptick in the number of gasping customers in this 12-foot radius at Penny Mustard.
This is where we display the Joni sofa.
Now that's a gasp-worthy sofa.
You'd never know something this strong and beautiful could be so comfortable. Was that you?
Oh no, it's contagious.
Come see the Joni sofa, American-made with Fortress hardwood frame, ultra-high-density cushions, and hundreds of fabric and leather options, starting at $19.13 at Penny Mustard.
Showrooms in Milwaukee and Chicago.
PennyMustard.com.
You're not just a job number as a Sidex customer.
They've been family-owned since 1988, and they treat you as part of their family. Upgrade and transform your current bathroom space with Sidex Windows Siding and Bath. They have seasoned design consultants with 10 to 30 years of experience. The owner, Joe, is honoring his dad's legacy with top-tier products and expert craftsmanship. It's Sidex, the best in the business. Get a free shower door upgrade when you mention WTMJ. Visit SidexRemodel.com.
What a year.
The third time is still the charm. They've won a third consecutive National League Central Division championship.
The Brewers close out the regular season against the Reds in Milwaukee. Our Brewers game day coverage starts tonight at 6 with Brewers warm-up on the home of the Brewers. News Radio 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee.
11:01, we're at 70 degrees. It's going to be sunny today, high 74 up to 80 inland. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Connie Weber. A grand jury has indicted former FBI Director James Comey for allegedly making false statements related to testimony to Congress on his handling of the investigation into the 2016 presidential election.
President Trump Friday insisted the indictment of former FBI Director Jim Comey is not about political retribution, telling ABC News,
"This is about justice. He lied. He lied a lot."
The former FBI director was charged with 2 felony counts, making false statements and obstructing a congressional inquiry. The president was asked who was next on his list, and while he said there wasn't a list, he thinks there will be more indictments of who he called, quote, corrupt radical left Democrats.
Frankly, I hope there are this because you can't let this happen to a country.
Karen Travers, ABC News, the White House.
Several hundred top U.S. military leaders have been called to attend a meeting at Quantico Marine Base in Virginia next week. ABC's Martha Raddatz says they've not been told why they've been summoned.
The Pentagon saying only the Secretary of War will be addressing his senior military leaders early next week. There has not been a meeting quite like this one, and it has created apprehension among senior officers. Last May, Hegseth ordering at least a 20% reduction in the number of 4-star generals and admirals across the active duty force.
Hundreds of generals and admirals leaving their posts from airfields at sea and tactical headquarters from around the world. Milwaukee Public Schools taking new steps to boost safety inside classrooms.
This year, students are learning a standardized protocol designed to make emergency responses quicker and clearer. The district worked with police, fire, and national safety experts to create this protocol. MPS Emergency Operations Manager Kevin Hafman tells WTMJ.
From day one, when we reached out to the Department of Justice for Office of School Safety and we identified this as a gap, we had Milwaukee Fire, Milwaukee Police, our SROs. We even reached out to County OEM, which is Office of Emergency Management, Wisconsin Emergency Management, as well as dispatch for the city of Milwaukee 911.
Nazir Spencer, WTMJ News.
Attention Milwaukee commuters, heads up, another full closure of a big portion of a major freeway for 54 hours as part of the ongoing Hale Interchange project. Here's Debbie Laziga with the latest.
Starting at 11 p.m. and lasting until 5:30 a.m. Monday, all lanes of westbound 894 through the Hale, including the Rock Freeway southbound, and on to 894 northbound all the way up to Greenfield Avenue will once again be closed for paving operations. Using Highway 100 will be the posted detour. Of course, as usual, all the work is weather dependent and subject to change. Oh, and fair warning, we have another 2 weekends for work on the other direction starting October 3rd. Debbie Laziga, WTMJ News.
Fans from across the state flocked to American Family Field this morning for free pocket pancakes.
On the road at 5 a.m. from Oshkosh this morning, so
something to look forward to, something to just be part of the event. Special season for us, winning and doing things well. Pat Murphy's got them playing fun, so yeah, we just want to be part of the fun.
Some special guests working the griddle. Packers legend Donald Driver tells WTMJ.
I'm big on waffles, man. So I kind of grew up on the waffle thing. So I got to go with waffles. That's what I grew up on. But it's a pancake event. You got to have fun doing pancakes. So I've cooked them a lot. I love cooking pancakes. But if I had to choose, I got to go waffles.
And it's not just free pancakes this morning. The first 3,000 fans also got an exclusive Pocket Pancake T-shirt. Time for news about your money. The WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Dow is up 155 points. S&P up 7. The Nasdaq is down 46. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com. Sports, traffic, and weather up next. Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time 11:04.
For your fellow fanatics and your number one fans. For your game day compatriots and your everyday companions. For your personal cheerleaders and your personal heroes. For the reasons you smile, get covered with dental and vision insurance from Delta Dental of Wisconsin and Delta Vision. Learn more at deltadentalwi.com today.
Are you looking for ways to give back to your local community? Use volunteerwisconsin.org to find opportunities to volunteer your time with organizations making a difference near you. As we celebrate United Ways Month, we're also celebrating you. Visit volunteerwisconsin.org or get in touch with your local United Way or Volunteer Center to find out more about local opportunities to get involved. Volunteerwisconsin.org is hosted by United Way of Wisconsin and Serve Wisconsin. Paid for by United Way of Wisconsin.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats.
Now through Wednesday, save on 6.25 to 15.75 ounce selected varieties, Frito-Lay Doritos, Sun Chips, Ruffles, or Tostitos dip, 2 for $7. 24 pack selected varieties, Pure Life Water, $3.99. 14 ounce or 3 count selected varieties, Haagen-Dazs ice cream or bars, $3.99. 4.5 to 5.3 ounce selected varieties, Chobani Flip Greek yogurt, 2 for $3.
I am starving.
Oh no, never walk into a Century when you're hungry.
Unless it's free sample day. Ooh, pizza, yes. I'd love to try that one.
My husband thinks he can make a meal out of grocery store samples.
Need to wash this down. I think I see someone handing out samples in the liquor department.
Geez, can we focus on our list?
What's this?
It says you can win 2 tickets to Green Bay's home game against Chicago on December 7th.
Or autographed footballs, or a 4-pack of Green Bay Hall of Fame tickets.
You have to enter through Century's Facebook or Instagram.
I'll be entering this on my phone in the deli next to that cheese sample station.
Enter by November 12th.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. Brewers begin their final regular season series tonight. Milwaukee play the first of 3 home games against the Reds. They're 7-3 against the Reds entering the series. Packers will be on the road this weekend. Green Bay faces the Cowboys on Sunday. And the Wisconsin football team has the week off. Badgers coming off a 27-10 loss to Maryland Saturday. UW will return to the field October 4th on the road against 18th-ranked Michigan. Badger Sports Update sponsored by Siding Unlimited. Siding and a whole lot more. Taking a look at the roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. I-94 West, about a mile beyond the ramp from Highway 100. Right lane there is blocked due to a disabled vehicle. Slowing southbound 41 from Highway Q to the Zoo and I-894 westbound the Mitchell to the Hale interchange. Here's your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Sunny today, high 74 to 80. A few clouds overnight, low 59. Patchy fog possible tomorrow, then sunshine returns, high of 84. Sunny and nice on Sunday, high of 74. Sunshine Monday, high 76 to 81. And sunny on Tuesday, a little bit cooler with a high of 73. 72 in Madison, 62 in Green Bay, 70 in Milwaukee. I'm Connie Weber. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 11:08.
Broadcasting live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue. It's time for Point Taken. Here are your hosts, Steve Scaffidi and Kristin Brey.
Welcome back. Happy Friday. We said goodbye to Bill and Joe. It goes fast when we've been so spoiled to be able to do 2 hours with them.
And usually we'll have hour and a half, 2 hours, but they have TV to do on Channel 12.
So I'm sure hopefully we'll have them back for 2 hours next Friday. But on this Friday, we decided to lighten it up for this last hour, have some fun. So this was a quiz that came out in the Wall Street Journal on September 13th. There's been so much to talk about. We kept kicking the can on actually doing this quiz live on air. But we talk a lot about AI. We talk a lot about social media. We talk about deep fakes. And I think I'm pretty good when I still see videos.
Video is easier, I think.
That are deep, that are not real. But this was interesting to me because when we talked about a couple weeks back when the Amy Klobuchar thing happened, just listening to it, I was like, that kind of sounds like her. But then obviously we found out that it was a deep fake and she actually did not make those comments about Sydney Sweeney. But beyond the ramifications of some of these deep fakes and AI and what it can do when it has our public figures doing or saying things that they didn't actually say, it also is something that can cost you personally thousands of dollars because AI is being used on like phone scams. And so being able to understand if you are being scammed is a good way to protect yourself because criminals use AI generated voices to trick victims. And so this is a test that is from David Finkelstein, who's of corporate security for IO Active, to clone a few Wall Street Journal colleagues. So he pulled down bits of their publicly available social media and podcast audio, clips just 10 to 30 seconds in length. And then he used open audio, easily accessible software that can run on any laptop to make their voices say some pretty crazy things. So there's 5 different clips. We're going to play them. You and I, we have not done this test yet.
Nope.
We will play them. You can play along at home. We will both guess whether or not we think it is a real clip or if it is AI generated. All right. Steve, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Here is number 1.
Hey, this is Nicole coming to you live from Tacoma, Washington. I'm here reporting on the mass migration of salmon through the Puget Sound. They appear to have mutated into half fish, half bear monsters. This is a dangerous situation.
I think it's fake.
I would say fake.
All right. I think it is, well, we say human. Oh, no. We were right. Okay. So, yes. So that was
AI. AI
that
created.
clip was AI tools based, used AI
And
tools.
I will say
based.
this, the voice is, is very good.
It was mostly what she was saying.
The wording was crazy.
More than how she was saying it.
Yep.
All right. This is number 2.
It's Wilson with breaking news out of Ingolstadt, Germany. Dr. Victor Frankenstein has reportedly succeeded in bestowing animation upon lifeless matter. This is an incredible and potentially disturbing development.
I'm going to say fake, too.
I'm going to say AI. All right. AI or human. That was real.
Really?
That is audio that was actually read by editor Wilson Rothman. So we got that.
Batting 500.
Wrong. All right. 3 out of 5.
I'm Julie, light from central London. A temporal ripple hit Big Ben, causing reality to shimmer. The clock tower is manifesting fleeting glimpses of horse-drawn carriages and sleek anti-gravity vehicles. Experts are baffled by this timequake.
I say fake again.
I say fake
No
again,
one writes
too.
like that.
We're right. All right. We got that one right.
2 rights.
2 right. But it's also just funny because it's like, oh, it's stuff that it's all kind of kooky. All right. 2 more.
This is Christopher reporting from the salt flats of Kepler 186f. We're witnessing the planet's biannual atmospheric inversion, where the sky and the ground literally swap places. It's breathtakingly beautiful if disorienting.
I think it's human.
Human.
No, that's AI.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, that was well done.
All right, we're 50-50. Let's see if we pass with this last one.
I'm Anne Marie reporting from Chicago with a shocking update. The space alien armada I described earlier was vaporized, not by our defenses, but by a rival fleet. It appears we are in the middle of an interstellar turf war.
I think that's human.
Human.
Because I think there was too much crackling and like mouth sounds.
Human.
Got it right. All right, we got. Funny that we got all the same ones right and wrong, but we got 3 out of 5. That was harder than I expected it to be.
Is that good though?
I mean, I think it shows that you got to be careful.
Here's what I think is really important about this, because I mean we're having fun with this, but there are videos that you can find on social media now that are created by AI that seem legit, and people are commenting on them like they're legit when they're not legit. Scary stuff about politics, scary stuff about politicians or famous people. I've said this for a long time, and maybe you don't think it's realistic. Anything that's AI should be branded AI.
I know, I completely...
watermark. You have to do that. Otherwise, we're gonna play these games, and it gets to a point where it could be something dangerous that would incite violence. That's what I worry about.
But what's even crazier is that it also comes back to digital literacy. Because I had a friend who sent me a screenshot of a conversation with her sister. And literally in the post, it was, who's the Dolphins coach? Mike.
Oh, yeah. McDaniel.
Mike McDaniel.
Thank you, Jess.
So obviously they're not having a great season. So there was some kind of crazy quote that said he had gotten fired. But then there was a ton of hashtags that said parody, satire, yada, yada. And my friend's sister had sent it to her being like, this is crazy. And my friend was like, did you read the hashtags?
Right.
Like, it's not real. And so I do think that there is both the regulation side of like things have to be demarcated way better, and we need to be teaching people better digital literacy.
Yeah. And I fall victim to this, and I've started to train my mind differently. Read the whole thing, maybe read it again, and then comments and or think about it, because sometimes I used to just scan stuff and then it could be completely fake.
So is it just be skeptical?
Yeah. Exercise skepticism.
Of like, why is this, especially when it like raises your blood pressure, like who benefits by me feeling emotional about this? It's a good question to ask yourself.
Just generally just pause anyway.
Yeah.
Stop, live tweeting everything. All right.
We got a giveaway after this.
Oh, yeah.
So stay tuned. Get that finger ready to dial 855-616-1620. We will tell you what you could win after this.
Hey, it's Vince Vitrano from Wisconsin's Morning News. It's baseball season, which means Brewers 360 is back every day at 8:40. Sponsored by Outdoor Living Unlimited. Every day, all season long, we're joined exclusively by Brewers guests, including manager Pat Murphy and more. So Murphy, as we're wrapping up our interview.
Great talking to you. Really enjoyed it, okay?
I was like, you did? Is he just in a good mood, or what'd y'all do to Murph?
Brewers 360 is sponsored by Outdoor Living Unlimited and Big Fish Contracting.
Hey, this is WTMJ Steve Scaffidi for Advent. Snoring issues? No longer. No tossing and turning. Somebody just asked me on the text line, when do you sleep? Generally fall asleep about 10, wake up between 4 and 5. That's all I need. But the difference is I'm not waking up constantly. I'm getting sound sleep. And that all started with a visit to Advent about 5 years ago. 30-minute visit. They put me at ease. They did a really simple sleep study at home in my own bed. And that figured it out for me, and probably for a lot of you. It's sinuses and nasal passages, right? The breathing triangle. And they did a short procedure in office. And since that moment, I'm breathing better than ever, sleeping through the whole night. I don't snore, so Kathy can sleep the whole night. If you struggle like I used to, and no longer, take the time to see how Advent can help you. About it all, breathing well and sleeping well, those things are both important, can make your nights so much better. Go to AdventKnows.com, schedule an appointment today. Don't wait. Do something about it. Because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
Who doesn't need a seasonal wardrobe update? But who has the cash to always keep their wardrobe updated? Ladies, that's why you shop St. Vincent de Paul. Our women's clothing is always a highlight of our stores, and thrift store prices keep the costs low. It allows you to experiment and also find a hidden gem. St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
Ooh, you're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
All right, well, you're a well-traveled individual. Have you ever gone to
Germany,
Oktoberfest in Germany?
Not Oktoberfest. I've been in and around
Germany.
all that stuff, yeah.
But never
Twice.
But never
Not at the actual
official
Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest.
I hear it's nuts.
I've also heard it's nuts. I will be able to tell you soon whether or not is actually nuts, because my husband is there right now doing market research. Because my husband is one of the organizers of Milwaukee Oktoberfest, and that is coming up on October 3rd through the 5th. And for the first time ever, it is at the Summerfest grounds.
Which is very cool.
Which is very exciting. I am going to be on the set Saturday. I forgot which one's which. I'm the MC for the Wiener Dog contest. And for Miss Oktoberfest. One's on Saturday, one's on Sunday. So I'm being
Miss Oktoberfest.
Miss Oktoberfest.
Oh.
But there's also, they have the Stein holding.
Yeah.
That's so much harder than you think it is.
They're heavy.
Oh, and you just that upper delt that you're never used to working out. But it's always it's a really fun event. Mike's been doing some iteration of Milwaukee Oktoberfest for think going on like 15 years. He organizes it with Julian Kegel and Stephanie Kegel of Kegel's Inn in West Allis.
Fantastic place.
And so this is going to be super fun. And right now, we are giving away 4 free tickets to use at any point to go down, like I said, between the October 3rd through the 5th. And if you are caller number 5, you can win 4 free tickets. 855-616-1620. Call right now. Be nice to Jazz. She will get your information, and we will get you those tickets.
So on this alleged market research they're doing in Germany, in the home of Oktoberfest, really, and beer. So does it give you an indication of how much beer they're drinking? Because I saw one of the pictures. It was like a big stein of beer.
Well, the steins are 32. So he incorporated our friend Richie Burke over at Milwaukee Uncut to make some content to promote the event. And so on Saturday, they were going around trying to find the person who could chug 32 ounces of beer the fastest.
You told me this, and it's insane.
And you can check it out on either Milwaukee Oktoberfest on Instagram or Milwaukee Uncut on Instagram. They posted the video already. So they had a number of people who could do it in around 11 seconds.
That's insane.
32 ounces of beer is so much liquid.
That would take me a half hour.
But the winner was some college student at Marquette, 9 seconds.
That's insane.
And he had been practicing ahead of time. He wasn't like doing the Joey Chestnut thing where you like starve yourself for a while and then to have room. He's like, oh no, we were already practicing at home. It is wild how fast. I couldn't. Mike tried to do it. It took him 44 seconds.
Which is not bad, actually.
He had to stop twice to burp.
Yeah.
But so I don't know. I think they're having fun. He did say this morning when we talked, he goes, we have some ideas to bring back. I go, okay.
Are they doing any of the cultural things in Germany, in the old buildings?
So they were at Hof. They got a tour of Hofbrau.
Right.
They're going to the grounds tonight. I got a picture this morning that they're in the Lederhosen right now.
Yeah.
And rainbow sandals. So really authentic.
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't know the full scope of what the
How big is the group? Just 2 of them?
No, I think it's like a group of 10 that are
that's a big
there.
group.
It's all with Wisconsin
a lot
folks.
of beer consumption. And then he's going to come back and host Oktoberfest.
Yes. Well, he's landing on our daughter's birthday.
Wow.
So he's coming. He's flying in.
Don't screw up that travel
coming
schedule.
Coming in hot on Sunday for Frankie's birthday, and then the very following weekend has to host Milwaukee Oktoberfest.
Good luck to you over there at the household.
All right. So unless we have a winner already, again, that number is 855-616-1620. We are giving away 4 tickets to Milwaukee Oktoberfest. If you would like to get more information about Milwaukee Oktoberfest, it's very simple. MilwaukeeOktoberfest.com, and we'll take you right there. All right. We'll be back with more after this.
Loyalty, family. Few things are more important. This is WTMJ's Steve Scaffidi, and Loyal Family Renovations, they saved the day after a brutal storm in Oak Creek. Hail damage, yeah, I had a lot of it. But Jeff, Jake, and the whole team, absolute pros, made the entire process smooth as can be. Let's be honest, not everyone knows how to deal with adjusters. They handle all the questions, quick answers, top-notch customer service. In just 2 days, my roof was done. If storm damage hits, call the team that made it easy for me. Loyal Family Renovations. Visit loyalfamilyrenovations.com.
The Census Bureau says more than 12,000 Americans turn 65 each day. It's a surge they call Peak 65, the highest number in history. Some Annex clients retire early. Some keep working because they love it. You know why? Because they've got custom plans built by fee-only fiduciaries. They identified their wants and needs, and we went to work. We want to do the same for you. Annex does financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Visit AnnexWealth.com and click the Get Started button.
A buck doesn't buy much unless you're spending it at Griffin. For just $1 over cost, you can buy brand new tires from us. This is Jim Griffin. Any major brand, $1 over our cost with free tire repair and lifetime rotation. We'll even show you the invoice to prove it. Our only requirements, we put them on for you. Buy one or the whole set. The dollar deal from Griffin. Milwaukee, Waukesha, Fort Atkinson, and Jefferson. Griffin. The buck stops here. The deals on tires don't. That's Griffin.
Not combinable with other tire offers.
Welcome back to Ask Hasselus. I'm Weston. What's your question?
You know when that big online store has special days with ridiculously low prices?
Yeah?
Why doesn't Hasselus Mattress do that?
We do.
You do? When?
Every day.
Okay, good one. But really, when are the big discounts?
Like I said, every day. You know our showrooms are employee-free.
So I can give your mattresses a try.
With no pushy sales guy.
Yeah, I know.
Well, that allows us to sell Sealy Posturepedic, Beauty Rest, and more for way less.
Give me numbers.
Our 35 beds from the top 5 brands start at $393. Free next day delivery, too.
And you do this every day?
Yeah. Plus, through Monday, get a free box spring with every Sealy Posturepedic, Beauty Rest, and more, or take an equal amount off an adjustable base.
Wow.
So I guess you could say now is a prime time to buy.
I see what you did there.
Open 9 to 9. Find an employee-free showroom near you or shop online at Hassellus.com.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. Fall is a stunning special time in Wisconsin, and this week we're going to take you to some super special places as you enjoy the fall. I'm going to love this show. It's at 1 o'clock on Saturday. We head to Wisconsin's Elkhart Lake. From hiking and biking and taking in those fall colors to golfing in the fall. Elkhart Lake has it all. We'll take you there. And iconic Ishnala Supper Club will be joined by Bob Prosser, the owner. It's Experience Wisconsin, Saturdays at 1, right here on 620 WTMJ.
All right, I've talked about it all week, and my deadline, my imposed deadline is to have all of our people signed up for our Cancun trip. And
before you go on your next trip?
Yeah, yes, which is next Friday. So when? February 1st through the 8th, I believe, in 2026, we're going to Cancun. All-inclusive. Secrets Divine is the location. And Rose said I should read this verbatim.
Did she text you?
Yeah.
Did she text you during our show?
Yeah.
Does she listen every day?
She's a good listener. Yeah, loyal listener. I love Rose. So we have a few extra preferred rooms, which gives you a little
butler service.
Yeah, well, that's one of the things. So you get access to the exclusive private lounge with daily continental breakfast, afternoon hors d'oeuvres, hot and cold. And I've been part of this experience. That part's really cool. Premium liquors, butler service, which you just mentioned, upgraded mini bar. Hello. Upgraded bath amenities. Don't know what that means. Pillow menu.
Pillow menu.
Take that where you
I feel like
want
you usually just get chocolates on your pillow, but you get to choose what
I don't
is
know.
delivered and placed on your pillow.
It's a very small
You'll
charge.
have to report back.
Yeah,
I want to report back on all of these services.
And the big one, exclusive access to the private preferred club pool. So if you
Which
want,
you can go naked in.
I don't know that that's true, but that's what you say. I will not be going naked there, but I'll be.
You will be shirtless. You
I'll
made
be
that
shirtless.
pretty clear.
Well, the tan is really gone well this year with all the trips, and Sicily probably more the same. I've got. I don't
Do
even.
you garden in your backyard with no shirt on?
Sometimes, yeah.
Because you're very anti-farmer's tan then.
Yeah, I don't
You
like
need
that.
it to be even.
Yeah, I'll be even, and it is. I lost my train of thought. No, it's part of the experience. Like, I don't even know if I told you this, but I'm actually going on another trip in December. Kathy and I, we're taking like a trip from Los Angeles on the water, the ocean into Mexico. Yeah, that's just us two though.
For like more than a week?
Yeah, just a week. Yeah.
Which days are this?
Early in December.
Did you just book this?
Recently, yeah. And then I'm going to Vegas in January. So and it just keeps
Are
getting
you
better.
taking time off to hunt too?
That's just no, I'm not taking any time off. I'm just a weekend. Yeah. So I'm working that Friday and then I'm hunting on the weekend. Yeah. No time
Wait,
off.
is this the December 8th through the 12th?
Is what?
Is the California trip?
I think so. Yeah, it sounds right.
All right. Yeah, that was on the calendar.
It was?
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Start sending me ideas of what I should do while Steve's gone.
Yeah, have you thought about this? Because you have 2 weeks of shows to do starting next Friday.
I mean,
Now,
some of the stuff's
Friday's
built
easy.
in. Some of the stuff's built in.
Yeah.
We're gonna have Culliston Morgan come back, who was wonderful yesterday.
Yeah, he's awesome. Smart guy.
But no, I have to go through that. I have a notes in my notes app. I have a bunch of things that I put in there as far as potential guests while you're gone.
Mm-hmm. Well, you were shocked that I had Chris Taylor while you were gone. Yeah. What the heck? Look, as the opportunity presented itself, and she was fun to talk to. She was in studio. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So that's part of my week next week after our show is preparing for the 2 weeks when you're gone.
Do you prefer to do the show by yourself? Or
No.
No. Okay.
I will say this. I think because you'll probably notice even when it's the four of us on Fridays, which is always very fun, but because the segments go so quickly, you don't get to talk as much, right?
No,
and so
there's more voices.
there is something as far as interviewing one-on-one someone, I think is sometimes easier, but I don't love, I would rather talk to you than just monologue about something.
Right. Now, Texter says, like, who would be a guest host that you would bring on? Like, who would be like the top?
Well, Brian Reisinger, who was here with us
Brian's
on Wednesday,
awesome. Yeah.
when you were gone the last time, he did the full 2 hours with me, and that was awesome.
Like a dream guest host. Like who would that be?
Oh, well, that's like the Kara Swishers and the Scott Galloways and like the big names.
Reach for the stars. You have some national awareness about you.
I don't know if that's true. I don't know.
You danced with Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
I did dance with Julia
That's a big
Louis-Dreyfus. Well,
name.
she didn't dance.
Why don't you see if
I just
she'll
did
come
the
on.
Elaine.
Yeah. Or Bradley, what's his name?
Whitford,
he'd be good. He loves radio. He loves talking.
I feel like he only emerges every election cycle, though.
It's fun. The reason I brought that up is because Kathy watches, is it CSI?
Is he on CSI? Is he on a show right now? He was on Handmaid's Tale. I know that.
Way
but I didn't
back,
know.
like 20 years ago, he was on CSI as like a dad of somebody or something. It was like I reckon. I go, is that Bradley Whitford? And she goes, yeah, he's on.
Huh.
I don't know if it's CSI.
I don't know. Send me ideas of people to try to get on while Steve's gone, though. This is a fun game.
All right, here's my question for you before we go to the news. What would be a topic you would have on the show while I'm gone that you wouldn't have when I was on the show?
I don't think there's any topic I would do without you. I think there's some topics we can get into deeper when it's a one-on-one conversation. But I don't think there's anything. I feel like you and I have very overlapping interests.
Yeah.
And so I'm not sure there's anything like, well, I'm going to save this because Steve would never let me talk about this on air. You don't have that kind of control over me.
No, and nor would I ask that. Make sure that's clear that people understand.
No, I know. And so I don't think that's...
Okay,
Yeah.
Now we're getting crazy. People are going, call it the Kristin Brey Show. No. And the other texter says have lots of giveaways, which are always fun.
Well, the giveaways...
They're kind of controlled now. We don't do as many as we used to.
Well, and maybe we'll do more giveaways for Oktoberfest tickets next week, but
right.
they'll be over by the time, because you can't come to Oktoberfest.
No, I will be in
you'll already be
Sicily.
gone.
Yeah, I'll be in Sicily.
But yeah, send me ideas for while Steve's gone, 855-616-1620. But now, ABC News and then local news.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu spoke at the UN General Assembly today, pushing back on criticism over Israel's push to defeat Hamas in Gaza, saying the October 7th attacks was a parallel, he says, to the 9/11 terrorists. More from ABC's Ian Pannell.
He raised the idea of the United States tolerating an al-Qaeda state, comparing the idea of a Palestinian state to recognizing a terrorist state. Well, of course, it's slightly mixing apples and oranges there. People are talking about a Palestinian state, not a Hamas state. But nevertheless, this was a speech that was broadcast around the world, but not least on loudspeakers into Gaza itself.
Protesters outside the UN today denouncing Israeli strikes in Gaza. President Trump says the indictment of former FBI Director James Comey is more about justice, he says, than revenge. Comey facing charges of lying to Congress and obstruction of justice after President Trump pushed for the Justice Department to investigate political adversaries. This is ABC News.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 11:31. I'm Connie Weber. A months-long manhunt for a Pewaukee native accused of killing his 3 daughters in Washington state officially comes to an end. Chelan County Sheriff Michael Morrison says DNA testing has confirmed human remains found last week belonged to Travis Decker. Decker went missing at the end of May after he never returned with his 3 daughters during a parental visitation. The 3 girls were found dead in early June at a campsite outside Leavenworth, Washington. Authorities say they are still wrapping up the investigation. Aurora Medical Center planning to grow its hospital in Grafton. The 25,000 square foot expansion project includes a tower with 84 new private patient suites and an expanded emergency department. The expansion plans have been submitted to the Village of Grafton for approval. Aurora hopes to start construction in the coming months. City of Waukesha considering a proposal that would implement a special charge for garbage and recycling services. Under the proposal, each household would pay an annual fee of $160 for garbage and recycling services. City staff point to ongoing budget challenges as the reason a special charge is needed. City's Finance Committee will consider the proposal at its meeting Tuesday. If approved, the Waukesha Common Council will vote on the measure October 7th. Time for some news about your money. The WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. The Dow is up 284 points at 46,232. The Nasdaq is up 28 at 22,413. S&P 500 up 26 points at 6,631. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com. Taking a look at the roads now with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. It looks like it is fairly quiet out there. Just those slow spots on 41 southbound, Highway Q to the Zoo, and 894 westbound from the Mitchell Interchange to the Hale Interchange. Your Here's your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Sunny today, high 74 to 80. A few clouds overnight, low 59. Patchy fog tomorrow, then sunny and warm with a high of 84. Sunny on Sunday, 74 for the high. Sunshine Monday, high 76 lakeside, 81 inland, and mostly sunny Tuesday with a high of 73. 72 in Madison, 62 in Green Bay, 70 in Milwaukee. I'm Connie Weber. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 11:33.
Here's the secret no one's telling you about those trendy weight loss shots. Many people gain the weight back after stopping, but there's a better way. Using the Milwaukee Weight Loss proprietary natural-based program, we've helped thousands of people not just lose weight, but keep it off long-term. You can lose up to 10 to 20% of your body weight in just 8 weeks while protecting your muscle mass. No side effects, no rebounds. Ready to transform your body for life? You can do this. Schedule your free consultation today at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Hey, it's WTMJ's Steve Scaffidi here after a summer in the maintenance phase. Feeling great, looking great. I'm back in reduction mode with the goal to lose 10 more pounds with Milwaukee Weight Loss. That means I'll have lost 50 pounds since January. The best part, none of the intense workouts, none of the meals, kits, or shakes, no meds, no injections. Many patients see 20 to 30 pounds plus come off in just a month or two. You can do it. I did it. Book your free consultation today at 262-393-2334 or online at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
I'd like you to listen to a little question and answer session with James Imaging Systems client Preston Clark. He oversees IT services at Creative Business Interiors. Preston, why James?
I do feel like that we are partnered, again, as opposed to being sold to.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
If I need service, they're here almost within 4 hours every time. I've never had an issue where I'm like, where is that guy?
That works for you and the business, right, Preston?
Yeah, exactly. I don't have to worry about it.
Plus, there's IT-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation from James Imaging Systems.
I've got information that I can then go to my superiors with and say, hey, here's how we can save a little bit of money.
And
then I kind of look like the hero, too.
Want to be the hero in your office? Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
All right. Thanks to our teammate, Julia Fellow, I now know what a pillow menu is.
Tell me what that is.
Are you going to guess?
I thought it was like a...
I thought it was like a snack, because I think of pillow and I think of like a little chocolate when they leave on your pillow.
Let me guess one more guess. Is it like a things that put you to sleep or calm you?
No, a pillow menu is a hotel amenity, often in luxury or boutique establishments, that offers guests a selection of pillows with different materials, firmness levels, and benefits to suit their specific comfort, preferences, and sleeping styles.
Kathy is going to love that.
That actually is really nice because if you're used to, if you're a back sleeper or a side sleeper or a tummy sleeper, the suggestions of different types of pillows. So that is luxurious.
Yeah, it's a 5-star resort. And I forgot to tell.
Way better than chocolate.
I was talking about all that. 866-GO-FOX-GO, but do it today because it's going to sell out. If it's not sold out already, it's going to sell out quick. And these preferred rooms, the first batch went right away, like in the first couple of days, and then we added some more this week. So 866-GO-FOX-GO or foxroadtravel.com. Group tours, winter come along with Steve Scaffidi and Fox. And Rose and I will be on the trip, as will my wife, Kathy. And I already know some of the people that are going on the trip. It's going to be an absolute blast. Cancun, I mean, in the wintertime here, it's just gorgeous. The weather's perfect.
I thought you haven't been to Cancun.
But I know what the weather's like there. I did my homework. I'm a research guy. This is sort of a pivot a little bit, but
not really, because it's talking about words that we don't know, right?
Yeah. So I guess they haven't revised the hard copy edition of the Merriam-Webster's Collegiate Dictionary. I actually have one of these on my two of them. So
because I feel like we do these every year. There's like, the new word that got inducted. So is this news because they're actually putting it into the printed copy?
Yeah, the one you can buy. It's like now they're really expensive. But I have two of them. I think one was gifted to me, and one I have the red cover Merriam-Webster.
Yeah.
So some of the words, though, I mean, it's like trendy. The trendy stuff I get, because that's the stuff we always talk about on the shows, right? Where they, one of them is like dumb phone and cold brew. You know what a cold brew is, right? They soak the beans for like 12 hours or something, and it's supposed to enhance the flavor, make them less bitter, blah blah blah.
Also cold.
Also cold. Yeah, but it's a distinction because you can get iced beer, cold coffee. That's not the same as this. They actually soak the beans for 12 hours. Does that work? I don't tell me. Someone tell me that if you drink that, if it's actually worth because it costs more, and it's like labor intensive. It's like it'd have to have a big payout for me. But anyway, dumb phone. That makes sense, right?
Flip phone.
Flip phones, right?
No internet access.
How many people think still have flip phones?
I think more people are getting them.
Just because of all the nonsense?
Yeah, like I think there's a resurgence of flip phones because people who are feeling like I need a break from the access of this mega computer in my pocket all the time.
Yeah. It is the biggest misnomer of all time calling those things smartphones.
I mean, they are very smart.
They are smart, but we don't use them in a smart fashion.
They might make us dumber.
Yeah, because of how we
because of how
consume
smart they are.
Yeah.
But they are the machine itself is very smart.
Here's one that I didn't know, and I'm curious if you know. I've never heard of this, and there's a weird reason I'm bringing this up. The word is petrichor. Petrichor. So this is a new word, but listen to the definition. A pleasant smell that frequently accompanies the first rain after a long period of warm, dry weather. How are we?
I know exactly what that is.
Yeah.
I can smell that right now, but I didn't know that was the word for it.
How is that just a thing now? We've been cutting grass for hundreds of years. My God, like, well, how did that word just get created? And why petrichor? Why not?
I've never heard it used in a sentence before.
Yeah, well,
but I know that the description of what it is, I can smell.
Well,
it.
here's the sentence. Other than the petrichor emanating from the rapidly drying grass, there was not a trace of evidence that it had rained at all. You would never say petrichor.
Someone would.
I would never say that. All right, there's got to be a couple more interesting ones. Ghost kitchen.
I've
We
heard of
sort of
that.
know what that is. How about teraflop? Teraflop.
Nope.
All right, let me see that one real quick. Teraflop. What might that be? Teraflop definition is a unit of computing speed equal to 1 million, 10 to the 12th power, floating point operations per second. I would never know that, nor care about it.
Yeah, I don't know if we need to know that.
Someone said on the smart dumb phone thing, they should be called callable phones, LOL.
Callable.
Yeah, because they actually use it for phones, as a phone. How often do you actually, this is a question for you. How often do you actually use your smartphone as a talking phone?
Once a day, at least, because I call my mom.
Oh, that's...
Well, does FaceTime count?
Yeah, I suppose. So
Yeah.
you're actually engaging.
Yeah. So between calling, I would say at least once a day.
Because I asked my daughters this question, like, never.
Oh, no, I do.
Because they FaceTime on an iPad, which is bigger.
Yeah.
I love watching this has nothing to do with my grandson.
Really?
My grandson, Cal, it's a fun Friday. I said that before. He loves FaceTime because he's about an hour away. And he'll just sit there and stare at you because you'll see me, you'll see Cat. He just sits there and he's almost a year.
Enjoy that because once they start being able to move around,
well, he can crawl.
not
now.
Interested.
Yeah.
Once they can start they're like
it goes in waves.
Or they just hold the phone like right here,
Yeah.
and you can't really see their face.
With 4 grandkids, it goes in waves. So they have that moment where they don't like, who is this scary old person? Then they love you, and then it sort of goes away. And then like 2, 3, they're back into the grandparents. Then they move away to their stuff. And then I think
You
they
mean
come
on
back.
FaceTime or in general?
Just in general, yeah. There's just like waves of, they got stuff
of how
going.
much they want to be around you.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's just life.
Yeah, or me. All right. She's Kristin. I'm Steve Point, taking on a fun Friday. Yes, we're goofing around this hour because we want to. And sometimes we get to do that. Given all the serious, what we talk about every day on this program. I edited myself there. All right. Teraflop. No one cares.
Big belly flop.
Yep.
It's a family fish fry Friday at the Amazing Mineshaft Restaurant in Hartford. WTMJ's John Mercure here. Do not pay $16 or more. Your Mineshaft haddock fish fry is just $7.99, and it's all you can eat. I love the Mineshaft fish fry, and desserts are always buy one, get one free. They've got chocolate cake. They've got ice cream. They've got it all, and you get one free when you buy one. Get out of your kitchen. Enjoy a cold beverage at the Mineshaft's all-you-can-eat fish fry for $7.99 today. Kids menu starts at just $3.99. Wow, it's big food, big fun. It's the Mineshaft, where I love that world-class game room quietly set aside from the dining area. Your kids, your grandkids, they're going to love it. I highly recommend the Saturday all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet for under $10 from 8 till noon. Walk in today for your $7.99 all-you-can-eat haddock fish fry, serving from 10:30 a.m. The Mineshaft in beautiful downtown Hartford and in Oshkosh near EAA. Lots of seating, lots of close parking. Mineshaft Restaurant.
Ooh, something smells good.
Let's see. Melt 2 sticks of butter and add sugar.
Ben, what are you doing?
I'm cooking Thanksgiving dinner.
What?
It's way too early for that.
I know, Arvid, but I just can't wait to serve a big family meal on the Flay table from Penny Mustard.
Oh, I love the Flay table. The design is so sleek and simple, yet oh so perfect.
Mix in 2 cups of peanut butter and strained beets.
The Flay's strong Midwest craftsmanship means you'll be serving family feasts on this table for generations.
Half a cup of mayonnaise.
And it's expandable. So as your family grows, the Flay table grows too.
And just a dash of Tabasco.
Hold on. What recipe are you making?
Recipe? What's a recipe?
The American-made solid wood Flay table paired with 4 Kendall chairs with your choice of fabric or leather starting at $68.71 at Penny Mustard.
Showrooms in Milwaukee and Chicago.
PennyMustard.com.
Tastier versions of what people want.
Penny Mustard Furnishing.
You're not just a job number as a Sidex customer. They've been family-owned since 1988, and they treat you as part of their family. Upgrade and transform your current bathroom space with Sidex Windows Siding and Bath. They have seasoned design consultants with 10 to 30 years of experience. The owner, Joe, is honoring his dad's legacy with top-tier products and expert craftsmanship. It's Sidex, the best in the business. Get a free shower door upgrade when you mention WTMJ. Visit sidexremodel.com.
Neck and back surgeries can be risky. Your spine deserves the best. That's why professional athletes choose Neurospine Center of Wisconsin. We can help you too. With the top nationally rated spine surgeons in the state for quality outcomes, you can trust the professionals at Neurospine Center of Wisconsin. Get a second opinion in just a few clicks. Now offered virtually throughout Wisconsin. Visit nscwi.com. Whether you want to get back into the game or just get back to life, go where the pros go. Neurospine Center of Wisconsin. Your spine health is our passion.
For WTMJ contest rules, visit WTMJ.com/contests.
Kristen, circling back, we were talking about with Bill and Joe earlier in the first hour of Point Taken on 620 WTMJ. We were talking about Tylenol. I was watching one of the banners on one of the networks that said the President of the United States is advising parents to not give kids Tylenol for virtually any reason. Do not listen to that. That's stupid. And even in the case of pregnant women, consult your doctor, certainly, because that's always, if you're pregnant, you're probably going to do that anyway, because you go to the doctor generally a lot. But this idea that we're going to, ban Tylenol, first of all, I hope the president gets sued by
Kenvu.
Kenvu. I hope he gets sued by them. Because he should not, one, be dispensing medical advice. That's one. And two, way over your skis on this stuff. You have no idea what you're talking about. And this is sort of the reason I wanted to bring this up. It's a clear demonstration of when power runs amok and you get this sort of God complex that whatever you say is wisdom and people need to hear it and they need to hear it over and over again because what you're saying is just perfect and as he would say, the most important thing of the day. It's not. This is all crazy. And I took Tylenol 2 days ago because my shoulder was hurting me. No problem. It's safe.
Did he say what?
He doesn't trust it, and now he's trying to sort of back up his, silly presser that he had early this week with more nonsense about Tylenol. Always, always, always follow directions, follow your doctor's advice. That goes for any drug you take. But this idea that the president is, and both gentlemen this morning said the same thing, the president should not be dispensing medical advice. That's just stupid. And it points to a bigger problem that I just want to get your opinion on this.
Okay.
We sort of rely on the president now for the source of everything.
Do we?
Some people do, apparently.
I'm not sure that's a general.
God, it's crazy.
A statement that most I wouldn't have listened to Biden give medical advice.
I wouldn't either. But I mean, it's not that you just have to listen to this stuff, but people are consuming this stuff it's like sports. What did the president say today? Oh my God, did I see the latest tweet? No, you don't have to see that stuff. It goes into the whole social media argument. We're being lied to, and then we're being faked every damn day on all these social media platforms. But yet, you and I, we talked about this. So if you got off
social media entirely, let's do this thought experiment.
All right.
Where would you get your information from? Just newsletters and just go to the home pages of...
I would still watch, I watch the BBC because I can on Uverse TV. I would still go to network platforms. I still like the broadcast networks. I would sample some of the other ones, the outliers, the ones that obviously have some sort of a bias, MSNBC or Fox, just to see what's going on. I don't think that I can trust anymore anything that's on social media platforms. I just can't trust it.
If it doesn't come from an outlet that you trust?
Yeah, or a writer that I trust. I can't trust it. Even the Tylenol, remember that we used the example, that tweet from 2017 or 2018 where Tylenol was saying we would never advise. That was a response to something else.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not the accurate advice anymore. Tylenol has issued lots of statements about this.
Well,
Always consult your physician.
The full statement on that, which they came out with, was that was a response to a tweet, and the full context of that is, as medicine providers, we are not in the business of recommending you personally what you should or should not take. That is a conversation to have with your doctor.
Yeah.
Which is what? Every single time there is any kind of pharmaceutical drug advertisement, which again, are we the only, or is it one of two countries that is allowed to have drug advertisements?
It's not many, I know that.
We may be the only one. So the fact that we can even do that at all, which at one point they wanted to curb, which I was on, this administration said they wanted to curb, which I was in favor of.
Yeah.
But it's always consult your doctor, consult your doctor,
Right.
consult your doctor. Like whatever the personal makeup of your health, talk to your doctor before you take anything, which is what they were saying was the full context of they're not going to recommend that you take Tylenol when they don't know you.
Yes. And the other piece that a texter identified, he identified a brand, not the drug. There are other makers of acetaminophen. There's plenty of them. Why'd you pick out Tylenol? Because it's the most popular one? I don't even know if that's true. Like, it seems like he has a Jones for the Tylenol company run by Kenvu or whoever that is. It's like, that's the weirdest thing in the world, that a president would single out a company.
It's like singling out Kleenex. Like tissue paper is bad for you, but we're just going to call it Kleenex.
Yeah. I don't, sometimes again, trying to get into his head is probably an exercise in futility, but it doesn't make any sense to me. Please don't take medical advice from the president. And frankly, only take medical advice from your doctor or your nurse if you're seeing, or nurse practitioner if that's who you're seeing. What
about WebMD?
Because that's you interpreting what WebMD's. You always
Do I have cancer?
Worst case scenario, always picked over the one that's you got a sunburn. That sort of thing. All right, we'll wrap it up on Point Taken. Kristin and Steve on 620 WTMJ after this.
This year, it just feels different.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Listen to WTMJ as the Brewers make their charge to the postseason. Brewers playoff coverage is presented by the Neurospine Center of Wisconsin and featured by Annex Wealth Management, Boucher Automotive, and Delta Dental. We are the home of the Brewers. WTMJ.
Hey, Steve Scaffidi for Annex Wealth Management. Set and forget investing isn't a one-size-fits-all. Global trade fluctuations, inflation, economic shifts demand adaptability. Your retirement savings, investments, tax strategies, and estate plans need to evolve to thrive. Annex Wealth Management delivers clear, customized guidance to begin with a thorough assessment of your financial situation. Then you design a tailored plan addressing retirement, investments, tax efficiency, and estate goals. I just did this with them recently, and it worked fantastic. Millennials, growing wealth. Gen X, juggling priorities. Boomers, planning retirement. Lots of those. Whether you're single, partnered, or rebuilding after a setback, Annex crafts solutions for your unique needs. Already retired? They'll refine your plan with fresh perspective. DIY investor? Enhance your approach with expert insights. As a fee-only fiduciary, Annex puts your interests first. Expect full transparency, no hidden fees, just honest advice. Visit AnnexWealth.com and click the now famous Get Started button to connect with their team at multiple locations or via Zoom. I've done it both ways. They work fantastic. Seize control of your financial future. Know the difference with Annex Wealth Management.
Enjoy life at Capri Communities.
I recently moved my dad into a Capri community. My dad has really blossomed since moving to Capri and has gained new independence. His falls have decreased, he's eating healthy meals, and going on new adventures. Knowing Dad is in a great place takes my worries away, and now we're both enjoying life again.
Enjoy life at Capri Communities.
If you're on the hunt for deals, now's the time to save at Fleet Farm. Wild game favorites like a 12-pound Trophy Rock Mineral Lick is just $9.99. Wildlife Research Scent Killer Spray Combo is just $9.99 after $5 rebate. And save 20% on all Huntworth hunting apparel and accessories now through October 8th. Check out all our hunting gear and accessories, all at the best prices guaranteed at your local Fleet Farm. And see the rest of our weekly deals at fleetfarm.com.
Are you looking for ways to give back to your local community? Use volunteerwisconsin.org to find opportunities to volunteer your time with organizations making a difference near you. As we celebrate United Ways Month, we're also celebrating you. Visit volunteerwisconsin.org or get in touch with your local United Way or Volunteer Center to find out more about local opportunities to get involved. VolunteerWisconsin.org is hosted by United Way of Wisconsin and Serve Wisconsin. Paid for by United Way of Wisconsin.
The famous Fox and Hound Supper Club is hiring qualified kitchen expediters, ensuring food quality is at the highest standards. You'll make real money working nights and weekends. Inquire today and start next week. Contact the famous Fox and Hounds today.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee. From the Annex Wealth Management Studios, this is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
All right, another busy week on the show, another busy week. We have a very, very heavy schedule next week. A lot of guests.
So Monday alone, we have a big show. We have Mary Spicuzza, Dan Bice, talking all things Wisconsin politics.
Yep.
Obviously, Dave Spano will be here per usual. And then we also have Attorney General Josh Kaul.
Ooh, he's penning a big announcement, too.
Well, we don't know that.
Well,
I told him, I was like, we're going to ask you, but
gotta ask
but
him.
we're also going to talk about some of the different multi-state lawsuits that Wisconsin is involved in and the status of those. Then Josh Schoeman, Republican candidate for governor, will be here Wednesday. And
Tom Tiffany's supposed to be here next week. We haven't confirmed the time and date yet, but that's supposed to happen. All the regular guests we have, Bill and Joe. Maybe
Jeremy
get them for two.
Janine.
Maybe get Jeremy and Janine on Thursday. Jeremy Janine, we were talking about before the show. We were talking yesterday about that Cactus Club, that interesting.
Oh yeah, you
porch.
found a picture of it.
I found a picture. It's actually pretty cool. So the idea was she wanted to have the big porch in the front, not the back, and then she was able to take this ramp and sort of go to the side. But it's all like has art on the front of it. And I actually know someone that lives really close to that, like less than a block away. Very cool looking. So, as I said yesterday, it's a great example of like the public-private partnership, right? Private company, bar, Cactus Club. I think they serve food there still. And the city, Bayview in this case, that neighborhood, working together. You know, finding a solution, and it's a sort of a busy corner too, so you had to like plan that. I love the fact that people are talking. And the cool part is, that should have been my...
Say something nice?
Yes! Should have been Marina Dmitrievich, who I never agree with.
Oh, there you go.
I'm going to do it late. Say something nice.
There's your
Marina
say something nice.
Dmitrievich, tough name to say, City Council Milwaukee, Alderwoman. That's a great example of what can happen when companies and private industry and corporations work with the electeds. So that's my very late. Say something
finally
nice.
Came to you.
It did. I should have thought of that. Frustrated now. What was your say something nice again?
It was
a Boys and Girls Club.
No. That was my grab bag.
Oh,
Lisa
that's
Murkowski, working with Tammy Baldwin.
Yeah.
On getting funds back for suicide prevention.
We should invite both senators back on the show.
I don't know if either of them have been on since we started the show. Has Tammy Baldwin been on?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Jazz gave me a thumb.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Ron Johnson? No, not since we had this show.
That's your side of the aisle.
Yeah. I'll work on him.
Yeah.
I think he'd come on.
Invite him back.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Good. Where's Robin Voss? Is Robin Voss coming on?
I've invited Robin. He's a busy guy.
Are they busy? I feel like it's been
a lot of traveling.
It's been very quiet out of Madison.
I like Robin.
They got these like election bills right now, but it's not like there's been a lot of stuff happening.
All right. Homework for me. I think you just handed to me some things. All right. The news is next. 620 WTMJ. Have a great weekend.
Imagine that unbelievable new deck in your backyard. Outdoor Living Unlimited is Wisconsin's #1 TimberTech deck builder. Building new decks and replacing old ones, creating that $1 million feeling every time you relax in your own backyard. Looking for a company to make your backyard scream wow? Stop by Outdoor Living Unlimited's resourceful Waukesha showroom and visit Outdoor Living Unlimited